What would you do if you discovered that people were under the impression that you'd made an X-rated movie? If it were me, well, I'd probably just chuckle because it's me, and trust me, no one wants to watch that movie. However, if you're Cheryl Ladd, who at the time was riding high as one of the stars of Charlie's Angels, well, that's a different story altogether. Hang tight, folks, this is going to be super interesting, and I promise I'll get to it in just a minute. But first, let me provide a little context. You know, I still remember reading about Charlie's newest angel in this issue of TV Guide. Her first appearance was in a 2-hour episode that sent the angels to Hawaii, the perfect opportunity to showcase all of Cheryl's talents. The premise behind Cheryl's arrival and Farrah Fawcett Major's departure was that she played Chris Monroe, Jill's little sister. She was every bit as smart, feisty, and as beautiful as Big Sis, and the transition was a smooth one because, you know, Cheryl was already something of a showbiz veteran. Her first brush with fame was as part of the animated all-girl band Josie and the Pussycats. Cheryl, pictured in the bottom right corner of the album there, played the lovable ditzy blonde drummer in the band, Melody Valentine. After Josie and the Pussycats, Cheryl started making guest appearances on a number of primetime TV programs. One of my favorite appearances was when she appeared on Happy Days, where she played a beautiful movie star that Richie wins a date with. This early episode of the show is one of the best. Okay, I hear you. Enough context. So let me just say, despite Cheryl's showbiz experience, nothing could truly prepare her for what happened next. So does anyone else remember this poster? Here's the advertisement for it that would occasionally show up in TV Guide. I wasn't allowed to have posters like this in my bedroom growing up, but if I had, I probably would have picked this one. Or this one. Yep, way back then, Linda and Cheryl were definitely two of my favorite TV stars. For all of the obvious reasons. You know, because they both played crime fighters on a weekly basis. That's what you thought I was going to say, right? Anyway, getting back to this particular poster, it was not just popular with me. In fact, it was one of the top-selling posters from the late 70s. So imagine Cheryl's surprise when this particular adult movie poster was brought to her attention. Does anything look familiar to you? Let me see if I can help out a little bit. There we go. Yes, it certainly does look like Cheryl Ladd is in one of those movies that you need to be grown up to see. In fact, you can see her name on the poster there as well. Oh wait. It's hard to read, but it says look-alike in tiny print. Yeah, that really clears things up. Here's one of the newspaper ads that ran for the movie, which I believe hit theater screens way back in '79. Just my opinion, but it seems like the makers of this movie were trying to trick people into thinking that Cheryl was somehow involved in the film. And it turns out that was Cheryl's opinion as well. And because of that, Cheryl went to the courts and banned the makers of the movie from using her image and her name while promoting the film. Truthfully, I'm not sure how much it helped. Here's the revised poster as it ran in newspapers. Now, actress Nancy Suter was referred to as the famous look-alike. And there was a big question mark across a blacked out version of Cheryl's face. You know what? I think the damage was done. And so did Cheryl, who decided to file another lawsuit, which she won, and was awarded $1 million in damages. I'm not sure if she ever saw a penny from the award. But Cheryl said that wasn't the point. She wanted people to think twice before doing something like this. To think about how hurtful this might have been for Cheryl and her family. At the time, Cheryl was raising a very young daughter. By the way, just in case you're curious as to whether actress Nancy Suter looked like Cheryl, she really didn't. Here she is on the cover of Easy Riders magazine. Aside from the fact that she's female and she's blonde, I'm really not seeing the resemblance. Flash forward to present day. Well, just a few years back when Cheryl attended the TV Land Awards. You know, it just warms my heart seeing Cheryl there with Jacqueline. Now it's your turn. Please share your thoughts in the comments section, and while you're at it, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and what the heck, why not consider subscribing to the channel? I talk about music, movies, and mostly TV from decades gone by. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.